The Honolulu Rail has finally left the station after decades of planning, construction, and delays and billions of taxpayer dollars. In 2003, the estimate to build the Skyline was $2.6 billion, and today it's $10 billion, and it's not even half completed yet. Turns out the Honolulu Rail is the most expensive rail project in the world per capita of any rail project built so far. Nearly 10,000 people showed up on opening day to sample the Skyline experience. Before the gates opened for the passengers, there was a ceremony that included dignitaries and rail officials. And once they finished their Skyline trip, it was time for the general public to get on board and experience what it's like to ride the automated trains. Most passengers boarded at the Aloha Stadium station, known as the Halawa Station. The first phase of the rail line spans 9 stations from Aloha Stadium to East Kapolei. One way, it's a 22-minute ride. And we met up with passengers exiting the train to get their reaction.
It was smooth, quiet, air-conditioned, which was great. And I think it will be a great ridership for people who live out in this area. We live on the east side of Honolulu, so for now it won't be helpful for us, but I'm hoping that it will get out there.
Unless I have plans on riding between the stadium and East Kapolei, I will probably never ride this again a day in my life. If they would start it in the urban core, where people would actually already be riding it, and it would be close to where the majority of the people on this island actually live and may be going, then that would make a lot of sense. Well, now what? We're going to have a rail where nobody's going to use. We might as well get it to the urban core and use it.
When the rail system was pitched decades ago, the plan was to go all the way to the University of Hawaii. The last stop under the current plan is in Kakapako, a mile short of Ala Moana. That means passengers wanting to go to the mall would have to find some other way to get there, either by walking a mile or taking the bus, perhaps. The City Department of Transportation Services expects the extension to Kakapako to be completed by 2031. Now, in the short run, the extension from Halawa to the Honolulu International Airport is next. It will be at least 2 more years before anyone can take the Skyline to the airport.
Now it's here. What are we going to do? I mean, they could have done so much other things, so many other things, but they didn't.
In the future, we'll have more stories about the Skyline train. In fact, we'll catch up with rail riders again in a couple weeks to see how many passengers are using Skyline now that the free ride is over. We'll also crunch numbers to show you what it's costing taxpayers to run the train. And we'll dig deeper into what costs blew up the budget and what we can learn from rail to avoid making more government spending mistakes. And by the way, we talk a lot about government spending mistakes in our weekly report, where thousands of people in Hawaii get the news behind the news. So if you want to sign up, visit our website at www.grassrootinstitute.org. Thanks for watching, and to find out when we'll make another video, be sure to subscribe.